Hello everyone, and welcome to Jurassic World Evolution 2. We're going to be doing like a chill kind of video, just sitting down, playing some games. Feel free to put this on in the background, on your second screen, or just put it on your phone while you're, playing whatever, doing whatever. Yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm going to make a new sandbox, because I think playing campaign, as good as it's going to be, as intense as it's going to be, I feel like just relaxing. Let's just do something pretty chill, just expand on a world. So immediately, obviously the United Kingdom is shining out to me because duh, but I'm thinking I like temperate climates, but I like to work with tropical, like I don't know, Island Nublar or something. I don't know, I think that's the original one from the actual Jurassic World films or Jurassic Park, so if I have screwed up that pronunciation, I'm sorry. Arizona, Washington State, blah blah, Americans, ew. No, I'm kidding, or am I? I don't know. Pennsylvania looks nice, but what I actually do like a bit more, I don't know how you do it, but I like the square levels because they give you a lot more space than any other form of map that is actually built out with all like the mountains and everything. This is just like a big massive square with just mountains all around it and trees and stuff. So yeah. I'm thinking we do something like not definitely actually, yeah, let's do a desert. I mean, you wouldn't know this, but off camera I've played this game for like 40 hours. Got it a couple of weeks ago, and I've only been playing on like temperate and like vibrant biomes, so I think a desert biome is probably gonna do a lot better because I've never experienced this before. So I don't want the eggs to fail, preferably. Disease, actually. Let's add a bit of spice. We'll do normal disease. Yes, they can get injured because obviously that's how it works. Yes, they can starve, and yes, they can dehydrate. I want to actually do things. We'll have unlimited feeders. Lifespan unlimited, obviously, don't want them to die. Status checks. I mean, I want to set this on because I've actually never done it before. I know I've done it once in the campaign when I was actually trying to complete the game. I'm actually trying to complete it to 100% right now. But yeah, so let's just put that on. Actually, no, I'll keep it off. Yes, definitely want this. I want the dinosaurs to escape, normal escapes. All this stuff. So I'm going to keep the dinosaur comfort off, mainly for the reason that I don't want the dinosaurs to get offended if the space isn't to their liking, but I also want, because what it does is it makes it so their comfort is 100%, but if you go on specifics, it'll still tell you what they need to survive, and if you've got 0% forest, it'll say there's 0% forest, it just won't affect the dinosaur. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it so there's no rush to actually change the environment, so it won't affect the dinosaur. But when we get round to it, I'll actually, make sure the biome fits to that dinosaur, even though it doesn't affect the dinosaur in any way. It just makes it look nice. Or at least the best that I can. I think cohabitation, just to make this more fun, and make it so they all like each other. So all like and no dislike is the same thing, right? No dislike means that territory would normally be contentious become neutral. All like means all territories can completely share space with all other territories. So setting to no dislike means that territories that would normally be so no dislike means that they don't hate each other, but they can still like neutral. But all like means that they won't have any problems. But I do also want dinosaur fights, so it's pretty confusing. But I guess we can just do without fights. I'm fine with all this. Actually, one thing I want to get rid of is appeal, because I can make it easy. I just don't want appeal at all. I'll keep unlimited power on, but the appeal thing's annoying because I like making it so my dinosaurs are happy, but I don't really care about the humans. So if it comes down to that, I don't really care. But yeah, instant construction, that's fun. Sabotage risk certificate. What is this? So it should, whatever, it's off. Invincible vehicles, no, because obviously I want them to attack a little bit. We'll have, that's all fine. So I want to keep the decoration foliage. I'm not going to keep to all biomes. I'm actually going to keep it to current biome, because I want to see what like the trees and stuff are like in the desert, because I've never seen it before. So yeah, let's start a new sandbox. So what I found out about this game, which is pretty cool, like compared to the other game, it is so much better. Well, it's not something I found out, it's something I actually tested myself. Took a few screenshots. I'm not going to put them up on the screen or anything, but you can kind of visualize it. Like, if you look at it now, this is literally just the desert biome. And if you compare to, there isn't a desert biome in actually the last game, I don't think. But it's so much better, the game, because it just looks so much more beautiful. And the AI is also very improved. This isn't new news, but it was news to me when I got the game a couple of weeks ago. Because I was actually playing Jurassic World, the first one, Evolution 1, for ages. And I was actually still playing it in like last year. And I hadn't even considered getting the new one. Then I finally did. It's just like, there's so many DLCs. We actually have all the DLCs installed, so I was just like too wary about spending the money on the DLCs, but I just caved and I did it. So first things first, we need to get some form of entrance, yes, an arrival point. Now I'm thinking, I want to try and have it in the center of the map, but I don't think there's a possibility that it could be in the center. Like, there's no definite center, but there are definite corners. So we'll try and put an angle in a corner, but I feel like that's kind of finicky. So let's just try and keep it as central as possible. So we have like equal-ish amounts on each side. And any bits that we miss, like if there's like a big massive strip that's like kind of uneven, I won't really notice anyway, but I'll just kind of add some aviary domes instead. So I was thinking, I like the main blah blah blah, but I think I can connect them here with this type of path. So what my idea is, this is the main path overall. That doesn't look straight. Anyway, I know it looks kind of looks like a tie, but basically the main path will have the big wide path. So main thoroughfare or whatever, that's the big one. That's gonna be like the one that actually leads. It's gonna have like a cross kind of thing, like vertical and horizontal, and then I'm gonna have the wide path, which is like just above the basic path. That's gonna be for main bits, like bits that like kind of branch off, and then the standard path's gonna lead to places like, littler places. Maybe it'll be the path around enclosures. So for example, this is the main bit, but I kind of want to do a thing where it'll branch off like this with this wide path, because it's a bit of a smaller path, and then I'm gonna have foliage here. So immediately, instead of being greeted by industrialism, you're going to be greeted by some nice foliage here. Try and get my idea down solid. So I'm thinking that there, I know it's not even at all, but who really cares? But I'm going to add like a guest thing, so let's do this. So I'm going to add like a medium amenity, even though I don't need it. So instead of having it like there, where people are immediately going to see it, I'm actually going to add some trees here. I don't actually know what. Unless they don't. Oh, they mustn't have. Okay, they don't have forest here. That's a problem, isn't it? Because without forest, there is no. The majority of dinosaurs are going to struggle here. Unless I just add them anyway. I know I wanted to see the environmental aspects of it, like how things change with the environment. But you know what? I'll just have it to all biomes, just to keep it simpler. Because now I really want to add like normal forest stuff. So yeah, I don't think it's actually here right now. Unless I have to restart the game for it to take effect, but hey, we'll do what we can. Right now we don't really need much, so I just have this stuff here. I don't know how to pronounce, but just big trees like this is my idea. I know it looks kind of clunky in the desert biome. I like the desert, like, I like that when we have open spaces, the desert looks a lot better than, like, you know, like an open space in the desert looks a lot better than, like, a green open space, but green, you know, forest and stuff do a lot better with actual foliage itself, because there's not much foliage that goes off of this. What am I trying to look for? Oh, path. This isn't even the path menu. There we go. So I'll extend it off like that. Kind of bring it round. It doesn't actually snap 90 degrees. I think it snaps a bit more than that. And that's what's annoying about it. Because I'm constantly thinking that that's, you know, the right orientation, but it's not. So that's where the problem, but who cares really? Path's curve, it is what it is. So I'm once again going to add some of this very vibrant trees here. I can immediately see the problem there, but that path, I know I'm not really bothered about it being too big or whatever, like wonky, but this really bugs me. So I'm thinking, yeah, keep it in like a similar distance like that. That's definitely ski width, but hey ho. Whoa. Yeah, that's a lot better. If you look at my other worlds, which I don't know if I'll show you, they're a lot more organised, but because I'm just chilling, I'm literally just like focused on the dinosaurs. I'm just building a quick, you know, starting enclosure here. What am I even going for here? Just do a restroom. I swear there's less like guest options than the last game. Maybe that's just me. So I'll do a small hotel. Because you get so limited at one point, you know what I mean? You eventually become too limited. That's not what I'm meant to do. It's on snap mode. Yeah, shift there. Now it's on kind of... You can never get these things straight, to be fair, so there's no point really trying. So here's what I mean when I say I use the standard path. It's actually to lead to buildings. There we go. It's just a lot more, like, simpler. Now it's a little path, because you don't always have big paths for that. So, yeah. So I'll just branch off now to an actual enclosure. I think that would be beneficial at this point. Let's add ourselves... You know, who cares? Let's just add an enclosure. I will put the path through though. Despite me not caring, I'll put the main path through like that. Just to kind of get a base. I'm just gonna make it go all the way, to be fair. Let's be honest, we kinda need it. Oh, it went a bit wonky there. You know what, I think that's fine for now. We've done what we need to do. Okay. So I feel like first, probably the best thing we could do. I swear there was more just a second ago. There was way more options than that. I think because I have it selected on like that, yeah. There we go. I think I'll do a classic, like you know, classic effect for this maybe. Yeah, a large electric fence. Here's one. I know the herbivores, but I have put escapes on. Don't forget. So, you know, okay, I have to deal with that. So, yeah, it's wonky. Actually, I'm going to keep the enclosures as straight as possible. Just because, in general... What is jittering at my door? I think there's, like, wind at my door. It keeps making a right racket. Yeah, oh, wrong side. I'm just going to keep it as straight as possible. I feel like... that may be doing the job. I'll do, like, 3, 4, 5 full across. Because I might have, like, a... big herbivore enclosure, which you can actually do anyway without so you know, without having the cohabitation set to all. Like, you can actually just you can have it like normally. You can normally keep this sort of format. So there's a bit of wonky bit there, which is very annoying. I'll actually change that, but only because it's affecting the actual enclosure, the way the enclosure's been set out. And even that's at a wonky angle already. Let's just edit that. So, there we go. I'll add the that big path. Who cares? I'm not really bothered about that first bit anyway. Okay, so first order of business. I'm actually put one on this side, mainly for the hatchery thing. You know, I want it on this side. I'm gonna make an actual kind of square, and then what we're gonna do, because it'll work for a little bit, is just have the majority of our dinosaurs stem from this kind of area. Just like I'll have more come from the hatchery that I'm gonna put here, the incubation center or whatever. Well, that's kind of annoying. There's like a tiny bit there where it doubles up a lot more. That's annoying. So what we're going to be doing here is yeah, adding our hatchery. So that's going to look something a bit like this. Putting it around there. So yeah, let's set that so that it's going around like this and then like that. Just attaching, because you need a path to attach to the arrival point for some reason, even though whatever. So let's make our first dinosaur. I'm not going to do the like auto thing where you just like get them out automatically. I'm actually going to find the Triceratops, and like each one's going to be unique. So I'm going to modify the genome so they have different colours. So I think the first colour's fine, but I think that I'm going to edit some of it so they just you know, just make him a bit more unique. So I want this guy to be strong. He's going to be alpha, so I'll make him 100% strong, just because I want him to be alpha right off the bat. So very fit, 50% chance of being fit. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with him to start off. So if we click Triceratops, boom, it's modified. Let's go. So it might take some time, but I have got a tool that can sort us out with that. For the ones that for the ones that take more time, I've got a whole thing set up so that it can help it out. Okay, so I've added the thing now. It's kind of like a mod thing that lets it so it just doesn't take any time to release it. Okay, so it would have took 22 seconds, it just did it straight away. Anyway, let's release. Oh, it's looking nice. I really like this. And I like the atmosphere, even though it's a bit dark, like the background is nice and blue. He's gonna make his roar. Nice. Pretty cool. It's a pretty chill animal. Yeah, Triceratops, they're always the go-to. Like, I think in the tutorial and the campaign, the first one you make is a Triceratops. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't actually know. But yeah, they're a super cool creature. They're just like the classic, you know, everyone knows Triceratops, and this is a cool ass pattern. But yeah, I'm gonna add another one in. So I'm gonna make sure this guy's been set up so he's different from the last one. So I think maybe red. Oh, I should have used like that colour, like red and like a tanny colour. That would have done great for the last one, but I'll just do red and nothing else really goes with it. Maybe, yeah, I'll just keep it to that one. I was doing a little bit of a light colour, but I can keep it there. As long as, yeah, I want it to be, he's going to be weak just purely because I want it to be pretty normal. Sort of this one be neutral, just so then the other guy can be alpha, because I like him. Okay, I'm going to select your egg. So I don't want him to be alpha. So I think this one's probably our best bet. let's just release him to the wild. I'd like to watch it, but he looks great. But I also want to try and set up the comfort space. So you can see here, though it's got 100%, it still shows what he needs to survive. So I'm immediately going to add him some water. So I'm going to add some water there. And then on the other side here. So I think I only have 2 species on here because it's a lot smaller. But maybe that could be a big herbivore enclosure. Maybe we can have a massive one here. Maybe, like enormous herbivore enclosure. So yeah, you're doing pretty well. But you also some ground fiber. I think they must have got rid of like when you just generally play the game, when they get rid of the forest. Maybe they just get rid of the forest thing, and just like all the ones that normally need forest just don't need it anymore. They've just kind of adapted. The forest looks the best anyway. They're just plain. That was really cool actually. I'll edit on like a weird blueprint mode, but yeah. Need more ground fiber, no problem. I've got plenty of that because I am rich, practically. So yeah, ground fiber shouldn't be a problem anymore. Okay, so that they are actually at 100% comfort. If we took the cheats off, they'd be fine. If we took off the settings. So I'm gonna make one more dinosaur. Don't let this guy fool you. The Alamosaurus, he is massive. Like when you put him in, he's enormous. Allosaurus, I cannot put that. I just couldn't bring myself to put him in. I just don't trust them anyway. Baryonyx, they're actually really nice. Actually, they were one of my first like kind of carnivores because they're actually like, I don't know, pescatarians or something. I don't know what they're called actually. Is it a piscivore? Piscivore? Anyway, yeah, stuff like the Spinosaurus, which I didn't actually know, because I think for the longest time people told you that the Spinosaurus was a carnivore, but it's not. But yeah, stuff like that. That was actually one of my first kind of like animal-eating dinosaurs that I got, I think, in the first game, or something similar. I think the Euplocephalus, I think he's pretty small, right? He's 1 to 3. Oh, no, that's his batch size. He's alright with the minimum population of 2, which is chill. But I think we can automate these guys because they're just not that interesting. But actually, yeah, I'll put one out and then I can automate the other 2. Let's get a random one. There we go. So release him. He's tiny, so he can kind of even out, the area where it's not too spacious. It's not as interesting. So now it's more packed. Before you could argue it was a bit uninteresting. Move, I'm trying to look at the new guy. Get out of my way. But yeah, now it's not just them. And you might think that's a small roar, but it's a lot more, it's not as underwhelming as other roars in this game. There's some roars where the guy's massive and he makes the stupidest roar ever. I don't know if we'll see him today, but they're pretty goofy. I'm going to make 2 of them that come out of the gate. So next thing is this area over here. Actually, I'll make sure that these guys are happy. I know he probably won't be. He's only lonely, but he needs some fruit and leaf actually. So the only things that he eats. So here we have to put into perspective here. You have to give him the food that they actually eat. So he wants some ground fruit and ground leaf. So I can get leaf done, and I can get both done actually. But yeah, so we've got ground fiber and we've got ground leaf now. Is that leaf? Yeah, it's doing it, but it's just not. It's not registered. Oh yeah, because it's not in his space because he's not discovered it yet. So the more he walks around, like he discovers all this space, he'll be alright. So ground fruit, which is here. This is probably one of the biggest hitting ones because they actually hit many different areas. They hit ground fiber, tall fruit, and ground fruit. So it's a good thing to note in the game. It's always that if you're on a budget, to use the fruit and nut one here. Yeah, the first fruit and nut one, the Cycad Grove, because it does a lot for you in terms of the amount of stuff that it clears for the amount of money that it charges. So yeah, I'm gonna let them kind of get out. But yeah, that should be their enclosure. It's not as vibrant as a normal green land one. Because green ones that have all forest and they look really beautiful and scenic and all that. But this one's literally just in a desert. So, but when the sun comes out, it'll look a lot more beautiful, which is coming up now. Trust me, it will look a lot better. Okay, so that guy's been let out. So I'll just add an upgrade. I'm gonna add the additional bays upgrade, and then I don't know what else. Because it doesn't really change anything about the stuff that you can add in this game. I think these guys, the Dryosaurus, they work in, I think it's, minimum population of 3. There's one of 6, but I don't know which one it is. These guys can be the first ones to test out the other enclosure. I think I've just screwed it up there because I haven't selected where they were going to come out. Okay, so I'm going to have 3 of them, and they're going to be airlifted, which means they'll be lifted up from here by, like, a helicopter thing over there. So, yeah, they're all going to run around here, and then I might add maybe 3 medium herbivores, and then maybe 2 large, like a diplodocus or something not too big. Because you always want, what I always like putting together in the last game anyway, there's a lot of stuff that's changed in the new game where certain stuff that would have worked in the last game, like a Brachiosaurus and T-Rex would have worked in the last game, and also Velociraptors. So Velociraptors, Brachiosaurus, and T-Rex would have worked in the last game. They don't actually work in this game, which is pretty annoying, but it is what it is. So that's 7 across, which is kind of the universal lucky number.
Transit has commenced.
So who knows what's going to happen in this enclosure, but hopefully the luck of the amount of fence sets that it takes gives it a little bit of a blessing. That should be 7 by 7 now, right? It looks the part. It doesn't need to be perfect by any means. I mean, it's land, you know, so there's no real reason. Just make it go down like this, because it actually needs to fit, and it also needs to fit a gate in all of them, actually. So, I said I was going to have a classic field before, actually, and I didn't actually end up doing it. So you need to have the room there to have a gate thing, like that. That's cool. And then, yeah, here, so then they're pretty close. Yeah, I just chop off this last bit on the end there. And I've got, like, quite a big enclosure. It's obviously not 7 by 7, but it's big. So I'm going to speed this up, because I want to see how they're getting on in this. So you can see here, compared to a human, they'd probably be the size of a human. Ow, that hurt. Yeah, they'd probably be the size of a human. Like, if you compared them. Actually, I don't know if it tells you how tall they are. No, I don't think it does, unless I'm blind. Yeah, you can get the point. They're kind of similar size to humans, unless I'm completely wrong. Actually, no, we can test it out. I can put first person view, pop it in here. If one of them stands up, this guy over here. Yeah, he's around, not on his, if he stood up fully, but like, on average, he's probably the size of a human. Maybe the size of maybe a horse, actually, yeah. Maybe like a little, yeah, you could ride him. Yeah, I'd say a horse. So maybe not the size of a human then, but like a smaller horse, or a skinnier horse. If they stood on their like hind legs, like fully stood up, they'd be taller than a horse on its hind legs, I think. But yeah, ones that I really like, I know it's just a nice piece of foliage. That's really cool. Is you know, the elephant in the room. You know, if you know anything about this game, it's the fact that it actually added new aviary, which is like flying ones, which aren't as good as the lagoon section, which is underwater dinosaurs. That's like the big kind of breakthrough there. So I think normally I'd add loads of, you know, land enclosures and then have like the sea ones up, the water ones off to the side, but this time I'm changing up my own strategy a little bit and adding the water ones just here, like off the bat. So that one's little, and obviously there's no restrictions, so you don't actually have to make it that big, because no matter what, whoever I put in there, because sometimes they'll look like they can fit in the enclosure, like whichever one you put in, but then they'll get in and say they need so much more space than you can actually give them. But guess what, there isn't a problem here, because they're not going to complain. So you have a lagoon hatchery, I'll put one there, just make it a bit angular over there, but it is what it is. I've also got to attach a path. So here's where the standard path comes in again. So I'm going to make it so it goes there, because then it also doubles up as a path for guests there. So it's pretty neat. So yeah, connect it up there, chilling. But yeah, let's synthesize a dinosaur in here. Archelon, arguably the smallest one. What's a small? Yeah, they come up pretty much first, but they like to be in groups a little bit. Actually, this one, never mind. I was gonna try and compare him. That guy wants 6. I thought he was on his own. So yeah, let's just add Archelons in because they seem to be the smallest and most compact. They are also the biggest turtle that we've ever known to discover, so that's the thing. But compared to other dinosaurs, they are the smallest there. So look at how beautiful it is, though. Like the graphics in this game are next level. 2021 graphics, like GTA 6 might look good, but this game, I know GTA is gonna be amazing, but it's such of a charm out of this game. It just has this like cool charm that you just want to sit there and just watch them chill. So I might actually just sit here at the end, just chat about random stuff while I just have them swimming in the background. Maybe that could be the future of this kind of chilling out series. Just literally just dinosaurs walking about living their life. I just record them for an hour and then have that as in the background while I just chat. Yeah, please let me know if you like this style of content. I know the YouTube shorts can be very overwhelming, you know. There's a lot of over-the-topness in those shorts and in my long videos anyway, you know, like the Secure Breach series, there's a lot of shouting and stuff. And being honest, that's not the kind of, you know, someone said to me, you know, to make the kind of content that you want to make, and I just watch podcasts, so here's the uncut, encrypted kind of gameplay here. Just playing something that I just normally play. Like, I would literally, my free time is spent playing Red Dead. I just run around I just run around with like mods on, like the LST Lenny's Simple Trainer, and I'll just like turn into a goat or like turn into an alligator and just run around and like eat people. It's just simple as, like, you're not following a story, there's no script, just playing a goddamn game to your own liking. So yeah, if you want to see anything, like pretty much anything, I'll do that. I can sit down one day for 7 hours. Well, obviously I don't normally sit there for 7 hours, but I could play a game like Undertale for like, I'll just sit there and just complete the whole game and then post it on YouTube, completely unedited. I'm editing this one a bit, just to kind of cut out some, you know, like stuff that could happen. You know, you don't want to see me like flashing off the screen every 5 seconds, because yeah, I just needed to check stuff's recording. But obviously, this game's kind of half the time it locks me, so I have to kind of jump out there. Yeah, what's next? But to actually, they're gonna die because they've not got food or water. So go and explore because there's some water here. 2 blotches of water there. So they want some ground fiber. So immediately this thing's obviously good because it does ground fiber. So yeah, we'll have this bit kind of filled with those kind of leaves. So ground fiber is more than compensated for. Now we need ground leaf, which I can cover this lake with. So that's pretty smart, if I do say so myself. Yeah, you'll just discover that and then they'll be alright. So yeah, we've got them in straight away. So yeah, I'm going to remove those automations, and now I think about it, I have to also add another Archelon. So I'm going to quickly just synthesize one of those and throw them in there, release. The reason I'm watching them is because I think I need to put a fish in. Yeah, I need to install a fish thing. So feeders, pisciphore feeder, or pisciphore, and a marine fish here. Marine fish feeder here. Maybe 2. Makes it look a bit like a peak there. I just don't like. Yeah, we'll just do that. Just have a feeder there. Then it kind of looks like it curves like and then like a triangle, kind of like a butternut squash. Yeah, it's like got like a sort of straight up top there. Like maybe if it was a flat top, maybe or something. But then that's kind of like the stem anyway. So yeah. We're chucking them in there. And I'm going to automate, sorry, just when you're airlifting them, you don't get to actually see them walk out, so maybe I actually won't have that, because I like watching them walk out. But the Dracorex or something, maybe we'll have something else, like we'll have like a medium here. I'm gonna find something like I've got the Ceratops and the Nigersaurus and the Olorotitan or something. Maybe that one. Just because the ones that are less known, I'm just gonna plop it in like big enclosures. But like ones that are well known, they'll have their own enclosures. You know, the Stegosauruses, they'll have their own enclosure, like generally. Like if you look in this, Triceratops has its own enclosure in quotes because you're there to see the Triceratops, but then I can kind of double up by putting these, these other ones in here that not many people know. So instead of having these in their own enclosure, they're just going to share it with the Triceratops because main attraction is the Triceratops. But then while people are there, they can be like, oh look, the EU off I honestly have no clue what to say about that. It's an unpronounceable name. I've got a serious cough. I have had for a few months, so the cough breaks are quite often. So yeah, I'm gonna add another sort of enclosure over here. I'm thinking these invisible gates, they're pretty cool. I might add them for carnivores, maybe. But they're only gates, right? There's no invisible fences. Yeah. You know, is there?
This duck-billed dinosaur
Yeah, invisible
is an
fences. That's cool.
Titan. It was one of the last
What's the Titan?
non-avian dinosaurs to go extinct, until we resurrected it.
This
that
one?
is.
This is
now
cool.
it lives to be studied and put on display. The
So this was one of the
Titan
last
is a
ones to go
herbivore.
extinct apart from
As
the
it
air.
grinds away its
That's a bit
teeth while
weird.
eating, it has hundreds more that
How
continually
did
take their
this
place.
dinosaur
There's a lesson
survive
somewhere.
from everyone else? Obviously, the aviation ones, you know, like the flying, and it's a Pokemon, the flying dinosaurs, they would have gone out last because they could have escaped a lot of things. But these are, you know, land. You'd think the Brachiosaurus would, because the Brachiosaurus has a lot of body fat, they would probably survive, right? Because if they if they survive the blast, the coldness, they have, you know, massive bodies. You know, massive bodies give massive heat. And that long neck, they can kind of curl into the body to keep themselves warm. So I think that they would have died last. But no, this random I'm doing it. This random dinosaur no one's really heard of. This one's actually one of the last to go extinct, which is pretty cool fact. So yeah, he's lonely, but he also needs some ground fiber. But I think you'll find it over here, right? You just need to explore. Because you see there, click on him, go to comfort. You can see that that's the zone that they've covered so far. Once he walks over there, he'll find the fiber he needs. I don't think I'll actually add some. I'll add another medium in there. So I had a large one, I'll add another medium. So you want a medium herbivore. And we'll add, I don't know if you can hear my PC in the background. It's kind of, you know, trying a bit hard, but not so hard that it's that noticeable, I don't think. Let me just, no, it's not trying too hard. It's trying hard enough that if you raise the volume really high, you'd hear it, but well, I can only barely hear it through my headphones, so.
Heading to pick up the asset.
Okay, so we've got them thrown in there. They're going to be thrown into the mix, which is pretty neat. And, yeah, so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 enclosures, but this one's not been filled yet, and I think that one should be fine, yeah? Oh, there's 3 of them, right? Oh, I didn't even know there were 3 of them. Actually, it's something they do require, which is pretty neat, something that I found out that they need. I don't know where it is. Go to the top here. It's the lagoon platform thing. Rock platform. So these are weird. They require, very specific, a platform to sit on, which I think is really cool because sometimes, I don't think you'll see it straight away, but sometimes you'll see them. Maybe this guy, no. But they'll come out of the water and they'll go on that rock. And when they sat on it, especially this time of the day when like the sun's setting, it looks so beautiful. Like you can see it here, like even the textures here, like this rock on its own without a dinosaur on it. The lighting looks amazing, so you can imagine when the sun comes down, the light shines on this bit. It looks really good because it reflects off the water and then the rocks. It's just, oof, it's something. But yeah, once they get on it, it just makes the game look amazing. Like more, like better than it already is, which is insane that it can do that. So I'm gonna chuck, actually, I'm gonna chuck another one of these in here. Controversial, I know. So let's just chuck that there. So I'm gonna do this. I'm thinking of merging one carnivore with some herbivores, like plenty herbivores, but not so much that they like. You know, I know the that set the comfort to alright and the cohabitation's alright, but let's keep it kind of realistic. So maybe I want to do little herbivores. You know what? Who cares? Let's do the Pentaceratops just to get him out of the way. This guy actually is quite cool, so I'm saying get out of the way. I'm actually going to have 2 of them, right? I don't know how many they need, so I'll just have 3 just for the heck of it. But yeah, these guys are actually probably arguably cooler than Triceratops, just because they have, not only do they have like 3 spikes that are actually bigger than the Triceratops spikes, they also have horns even. They actually have like a Megamind head, just a massive forehead.
It's an herbivore with attitude.
The iguanodon. Is that something else that I've just added? Oh, this is the iguanodon. I was like, what's he talking about?
So the Pentaceratops here. It has
Yeah,
5 horns. One on the nose,
This guy
2 on the
Cabot
brows,
Cabot
and 2
Finch. I think he's from the
extending out
movies,
its
right?
jugular
I recognize his
bones.
voice.
It seems excessive.
So
But
they
maybe
like
it's
to be in
necessary.
groups of 3, which is actually a minimum. So it's good job I picked that last one. I was nearly not gonna do one more egg, but I'm glad that I did. I don't know what I'm actually planning to do with this here. I think I'm just gonna make like kind of a sort of linking lake, and just kind of I used to surround it with like actual foliage from the from forest, but I'm just gonna have to add it with all this stuff now. So they've got plenty of open space. They're gonna find the water, and then ground leaf won't be a problem because the water is gonna be surrounded with ground leaf.
Transportation underway.
So my plan there is have this side filled with ground leaf, this side with ground fiber. Maybe some in the middle as well. Ground fiber. But yeah, then they can just kind of spread themselves out. So, but then I also want to add some stuff around the edges too, which I'll just add right now. So this Cyad stuff, which is actually really cool. I can link it there. I just have it kind of just make a little cool and nice area. Fin up this ginkgo stuff. Just create our own makeshift like forest biome here, with just some really vibrant trees, some vibrant and beautiful trees. Seed plants. This is more like a spread out version of the forest. It's like the kind of trees you'd have in the forest, but more vibrant and obviously spaced out. So yeah, I just didn't want it to be all open space. Yeah, now they've got their own selves to their own little makeshift kind of vibrant forest here. So you can just run around it. And it's also a lot easier to track them because if you don't know the actual forests, they spread out like mad. No, not spread out like they're actually just clumped like mad. And when a dinosaur just goes in, it's like Homer going into the bush. You just don't know where he is. Like a dinosaur just like goes into the forest and you just don't know where he is, which is great for the actual like logistics of the game. They want to be sneaky to catch prey, but when you're trying to find them, like you have to go on the map and you're like, which one is it? And when you've got loads of them in an enclosure, like I'm gonna have loads in here at some point. I've been clicking around. I'm like, where is it? Which one's the one in the forest that I was looking at? It's stupid, but it's cool as well. So, I don't know if I want to add more Ceratops. I think we should spice it up a bit. Ankylosaurus, actually, to be fair. I don't know, what's the, just so I know, the minimum population is 1, so, if we get, yeah, we only got 1 good egg, so, just release 1 of them. Ankylosauruses are actually very well known. I think you probably know them. So, it's sad that they only require at least 1 in their enclosure. Like you think that they want more but they are just kind of armored. They are just armadillos, like massive armadillos of their own. And then I don't know about you, I don't see armadillos. Well, I don't see armadillos anyway. But when I do see them, they're not really always together with other armadillos. You know what? I posted a video on the animation channel. I don't know if you know much about that. Yeah, but it kind of fell off a couple of months ago. Because I had like a massive child audience, which is something I don't want to do with this channel. I don't want kids watching the videos. That's why I've tried to take a laid back approach on this video. I just don't want kids like all over the videos because it's not meant for kids. I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm just looking through the comments now. I don't have to look through comments, but when I do, they're all just kind of like, I feel bad, sorry to hear that, damn, I feel bad. It was a meme of me saying I fell off. It was a meme, like a meme animation saying POV, you realise you fell off. And then people are just going mad for it. The child audience are just eating it up for some reason. Like, obviously, because that channel started off as an edits channel, like FNAF edits, and they're massive, you know. Like, back in 2021, 2022, they were massive with, like, the FNAF kids, you know, the stereotypical FNAF kids, and everyone was just watching them, and I was just like, this is good, but, like, I got to 100,000, and I've got the, you know, got the check mark and the plaque. I was like, I was so excited, and I was like, I'm just not getting any comments or any engagement or anything. No one was, like, messing, you know, not messing, but no one was, like, commenting. It was all just kids sending emojis. People were just commenting with emojis. Like, people didn't have anything critical to say, because, you know, there's no vital information. It was just kind of just going in and going out. You know, YouTube Shorts and that. But yeah, I don't want to talk much about numbers at all. But yeah, I appreciate the success on the channel recently. I'm not going to go with exact figures, but just know that if you just look at the shorts, also something I need to tell you with the newer your channel is, like, you know, if your channel suddenly starts rapidly gaining views, YouTube's kind of like, well, what's that? You know, the rock eyebrow. But yeah, so the views that you see, like, I'm a lot more excited about this because I see in YouTube Studio, the views when it says, like, it'll have, like, 20 views. In the first 20 minutes, if it says 20 views, on YouTube Studio, it says, like, 120 views. So if you ever look at my YouTube Shorts and think, oh, this one might have flopped. I don't know, you don't really think about that. But if you ever look at it and think, oh, it only got 20 views in, like, the first hour, it's probably already got, like, over 100 views, which is way above what I get on average. So yeah, just bear that in mind if you're, well, you're probably mature enough if you listen to this. So yeah, yeah, YouTube does this thing when if you start rapidly gaining popularity, they're kind of like, well, let's just hold off for the views for a minute because we need to check you out. But yeah, they seem to be doing that on every video recently, because like the views will hold off for a while. Like, but yeah, it should normalize out after maybe a month tops. So I want to add a zip line. Actually, I'm gonna make a big, you know what? Screw it. Let's just plop a massive enclosure over here. Just a giant lagoon, right? I sound saying that's because I definitely am. But you can't. You have to admit this is already looking cool. So yeah, immediately gonna just start just ramming these into the game. Also, another thing I should tell you, I've got the the Logitech G29, which is a gaming steering wheel. So I've got games like Need for Speed and I've got Forza, but I've got Need for Speed and The Crew 2. So if you are interested in seeing me play some of The Crew 2, let me know. Because I may or may not just record myself playing The Crew 2, like I am playing Jurassic now. That is it even? I don't really care. Like, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that. Yeah, let's add a lagoon real quick. But I also need a path, so that might take a while. I can kind of make it branch off from this, maybe. Like an intersection. So I want to keep it as straight as possible so I can have enclosures here without having to like make them all wacky and wonderfully odd in the shape of the enclosure. I know that from experience. I've made some really stupid enclosures in the past because I wanted to make a long path. Also, if you're listening to this, this is a secret I'm only going to tell you guys who are listening, you know, the mature folk. I have a podcast that I want to start eventually. That's what this is kind of a test for. Whether you guys want to see a podcast from me. No co-host at the moment, but I've got some ideas in mind. Yeah, so if you want that, let me know too. It'll literally just be this, but more, you know, actually talking about topics. Because right now I'm just kind of blabbering on. Like the podcast would kind of sort of have a theme. It'd be kind of like this, just chilling, but kind of it would have a theme. Maybe the theme's like YouTube or recent event, Something along those lines. Okay, so I'm going to plop through here. I think we'll put something small in first. So these guys, there's no other place to put them, is there? Like, let's be honest. There's no other place you're going to put these guys, so. Because you need 6 of them, you know, for them to be happy, so. The achievement come down there, so I am doing pretty well with the game. I think that's for all the species, right? It would be.
While dinosaurs once ruled the earth,
Hey, is that Chris
ruled
Pratt?
the seas.
Sounds
Take
like Chris
the
Pratt.
Ichthyosaurus, a
Because
perfect
he
example
acted
of
in the
what
first
I'm
movie,
talking
right? In the Jurassic World
They
movie.
have a
Not
large
the Jurassic
dorsal
Park one,
fin,
Jurassic
much
World.
like a dolphin.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Actually, more like a shark.
They're like swordfish dolphins. They're pretty cool, pretty quirky, weird, like in like a funny way though. I don't know if this. It's got a really weird thing with the camera. Cause if you want to go, make it go underwater, it's really tough. So you have to kind of zoom in like that. Because I was trying to actually, if I go out, I was like zooming in there and then trying to pan it under the water. Like, you know, you think it would boom past, but no, you have to just actually like zoom in a lot. It just like stutters a bit. And just here's me, if you ever get this game, just some tips that I've got for you there. I could have put it there, the thing, but it is what it is. Yeah, I've just realised how big this is. That they are nothing compared to the mass enclosure. Oh yeah, there's definitely an issue going on there with the size, but it is what it is. Oh, I need to click on you. I'm gonna automate. Actually, no, I'm gonna put in. So hear me out. This is gonna sound insane, but I'm gonna put on Mosasaurus. $1 million. If I hadn't have unlimited money, this would be insane buy. But yeah, 1 million. I'm just gonna plop that in there. So yeah, we've got an egg coming out. There's a release in progress, so I'm gonna wait a minute for them to get out. Oh no. Just likes and threatens other species. This is the last thing that I wanted from Mosasaurus. Not only do they, right off the base, like if you just normally have them, they're going to be aggressive, but since it's gave them an actual trait of being aggressive now, you know, that's hard. And it's doubled the price of them as well. It's just to have them have loads of defects. Pretty unfair. Yeah, I'll release him when this last guy's been released. Yeah, awaiting population drop, that's thingy. Right, let's just release him and see how he does. They're just so cool though. Mosasaurus, look at him. Absolute behemoth. They're just epic, like, and I love the camera angles they've used for this, because they know, like, that raw, that, like, the cinematography for this, because the people who made the animations and, like, the cinematics for this game, they know that they're a behemoth, and, you know, you don't want to show too much of the beast. If you have, like, a big, like, massive, like, if you know, you see movies, maybe not Godzilla, that's probably a bad example I was going to use, but maybe a movie where there's, like a horror movie where there's a villain, or maybe a movie where there's a big monster. They'll give teasers of it, like they did then. Like they just showed us the bottom of the Mosasaurus to just kind of show his size without actually showing it, like this. So like this is what they did. It's like, oh, he's big, right? But you don't know his, like, you know his shape, but you don't know what he's actually gonna like. But from the side, if you did like that, you'd know he's big, but you'd also know everything about him. You know, he's got sharp teeth. You know, he's got black eyes. He's got like a greyish coloring. But down here, you can't really tell he's grey. You know, he could be blue. So yeah, that's what's good about cinematography. And he's got little yellow bits on him. So if you had it from here, like, oh, it's Mosasaurus, it's not as menacing or as intriguing because, you know, you've already seen the full thing. You're like, okay, that's what he's going to look like. But no, if you're down here, you're like, what's he going to look like? If you ever see the security breach art, it's like silhouettes of kind of the back of Freddy, Monty, Chica, and Roxy. It's kind of the back of the animatronic. It gives them like a mystery feel. Yeah, that's something that I really admire from, specifically from Steel Wool, the way that they did the teasing for the game, for Security Breach. So yeah, I'm going to make another dinosaur, because obviously we've got a bunch of room, and if you see there's the Attenboroughsaurus, named after David Attenborough, like seriously, dinosaur named after him. He is the guy, if you ever see like a nature documentary, he is voicing it. He's someone from here, from England, from my homeland. And yeah, he's a really cool guy. Yeah. I think he's pretty old at the moment. Not at the moment, he's pretty old now. Not at the moment. He will be old. He'll keep getting older. But yeah, okay, yeah, got no problems there. Release the Attenborough, and you'll hear it as well. I think the voice talks about it, because that's actually how I learned I was like, yeah, it sounds like David Attenborough, and then the voice was like, yeah, and I was like, I searched it up, I was like, okay. So yeah, the voice might tell you a bit more in a minute. But yeah, look how cool they look. Sea as well, like a giant sea creature, long necked.
This dinosaur,
Yeah.
the Attenborosaurus, is named after
Attenborough.
the famed naturalist and documentarian David Attenborough.
I thought it was
I
David.
guess you could
Like
say
you don't say
dinosaurs run in
Attenborough.
his family.
No, you can't say like. You can't say they run in his family because they just don't. There's just no dinosaurs. I don't even get the joke there. What's the joke? There aren't any dinosaurs in his family. I was about to like try and like change it so then I could only have 2 come out then. But like we've got so much space, there's no real reason to not have more than you need. I'm surprised that where is it? Yeah, I'm surprised that this guy's doing pretty well. I'm gonna name him actually. What should we name him? Behemoth. Classic name though, isn't it? It's very classic. But anyway. So, what else have we got going on? Nothing of note. That's why it's wonderful to look at. It's wonderful to build without any problems. But when you actually sit down, just like after you've you're fed up of watching them run around, which it takes a while to get fed up of watching them. But when you're fed up of watching them eventually, and you're fed up, you've done everything, you made the massive park, without the escapes and all that, it's a bit boring. But then after a bit, if I keep expanding on this world, maybe off camera or whatever, once I've got a big enough park and I've pretty much got everyone, and I'm a bit fed up, we're all a bit fed up, I'll actually activate the normalness again. So we'll have escapes, we'll have like cohabitation problems. So I'm gonna put carnivores, herbivores, I'm gonna mix them all together, and then I'm just gonna like activate. I'm just gonna turn off all of the enhancers. So all the stuff that's making them stay together, all the stuff that's making the dinosaurs be alright with each other's turned off, and they're just left to the natural instinct. So the herbivores and carnivores that would have lived in harmony before, they're now just left to that primal instinct, and they're just gonna start ripping each other apart, physically and metaphorically. So yeah, I don't know where they're actually going. Maybe they're workers, but yeah, some tourists there maybe looking around. Yeah, one thing that's really good about this game, I don't know, yeah, I'll show you, is, let's chuck it down here. First person. It's really epic. Just running around, just a goofy guy. Pretty stupid stuff. But yeah, also, I think I'm going to try with a, I'm gonna try and just do like one of my own my goofy thumbnails that I do, just like my normal thumbnail style. I'm gonna have the thumbnail for this video, and it just be that thumbnail. But I don't want to get like a catchy title. Maybe just Jurassic World Evolution 1, and it'll just be an hour long video. Obviously you're watching it now, but yeah, I'm just giving you my ideas for the video, just so you know where my mind's at this moment in time. While I'm recording, I've not cut anything out. I've not. Just based off what I'm doing, I'm going to keep my own thumbnail style, so I'm going to keep it my normal thumbnail style, but I'm just going to have it be just a relaxed video. So yeah. Also, I'm not going to run any polls. I might run a poll, but just tell me in the comments, along with other stuff you want to talk about, requests or whatever, but if one thing you should tell me is where you're watching this video. Are you watching it genuinely? Like, are you engaged watching it? Are you watching me play? Have you got it on in the background? Have you got it on your second monitor? Have you got it on your phone while you're doing chores or whatever? Tell me. Let me know. I normally put podcasts on when I'm on VR. I think that's something I do. So if I just called you out then, hi. Hope you're playing Blade and Sorcery or Bone Lab, something fun. But if there is anything better... Actually, if there is a VR game, please let me know as well. Because I need some new VR games. I've currently got Kill It With Fire, which is a game that I got yesterday. Kill It With Fire VR, it's a spider game, not for arachnophobes. Blade and Sorcery, Nomad and PC. Bone Lab, pretty cool. I've not got Boneworks, but I've got that. I've got obviously the VR chat. I don't play. I've got Rec Room. I just don't play it. To be honest, I don't play Rec Room. But yeah, let me know what some cool VR games are if you're actually watching this on VR. If you listen to this on VR. Yeah. So I'm gonna add one more enclosure here. I'm gonna make it so I could put it anywhere else, but I'm decided to put it here instead, just because I just saw the spot and I thought it's a cool ass spot. So maybe, yeah, it's gonna be pretty big actually. I've just realized how big this is gonna be. I had not put this one through my noggin before I started building it. Bit of a mismatch there, but who cares? So let's just throw this there. Oh, this is so weird. This is such a weird like shape for an enclosure. I'm just chucking it together, I'm being honest. Fences are fences. Okay, so we've got this kind of, I don't know if I have to flatten out the land or anything. I don't see a problem with the land right now, but yeah, actually, yeah, one thing they've done is they've flattened out the land on the in this new game. They've definitely flattened out the land. From the last game was terrible for land. Is that the land shaping? Yeah, that was the land shaping. Wait, listen. Now let go. That's cool. ASMR. some rock forming ASMR there. Actually, one thing I'm gonna add to this one, you know, just because I think they can fit here. Oh, that would have been a perfect fit there. You know, I'm gonna make it a perfect fit. That is such a missed opportunity for me there. What a missed opportunity. Actually, I don't know if it's actually gonna fit now, but it won't be at an angle, but it'll still fit. Yes. I like to put more at an angle, but I've managed to get it working. So yeah, there's the setup there. So next thing up is to just add. I'm gonna add a carnival. So yeah, I'm not really asked about size. Yeah, we'll do one large carnival actually. Let's just throw in a large carnival so I can put him in the thumbnail. Let's just throw a T-Rex in, bro. Let's just throw him a T-Rex. You know, let's begin. Actually, never mind. Hold up. Let's modify the T-Rex. Now we're talking. Yeah, definitely want. Yeah, this one. I think this is maybe something from a movie. I don't actually know. But yeah, I like the color. Yeah, it's pretty cool. No specifics for that guy because I just don't want to make it any more overpowered than he actually is already. So he's the one underneath, right? It would be. I don't know which one he is. We'll see when he comes out. Oh no, he's just got problems, this guy. I have literally no clue which one's which. I'll just get rid of the one that's not the one that I wanted. Please let this be on. Either way. Oh, the cinematography is golden. Look at this. That is the perfect sunset for this creature. That was amazing. Oh my god. I rate this character. I rate this dinosaur. I rate this dinosaur. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Should I put him out on the park? Just let him roam around. Let's do that. Yeah. That is such a stupid idea, but yeah, let's just let him roam. Alright, you hurry up and get it. Actually, while I'm waiting, it won't take long, but yeah, you're gonna have to find this water, by the way, mate. I'm sorry. Actually, never mind. Let's put it here. This is a nice spot for some water. I also want to add some over here as well. It's kind of a big lake bit. But yeah, you want that. You want some prey, which is actually very vital because it's you know, the food source. So yeah, they're gonna release goats. If you see here, yeah, we'll go. Oh no, we're gonna count on camera. Come on. Yeah, it released a goat. You can see there, it's released a goat. That's pretty cool. There's just goats everywhere now. It's 2 goats. So yeah, let's just bang bang. What else do you need? Yeah, you'll find his prey and the water. But I can just add sand around the water actually, because he requires sand, and the sand doesn't look too different because it's the desert. So, but if you go in, this is the thing about grass. The grass bit is, the sand is so noticeable compared to grass. But here it's just it fits in pretty well. I don't think there's any mountains. Oh no, there are mountains, but way for yeah, the dinosaur threat. Maybe because I'll let him out in the middle of the park. But yeah, this is the the classic T-Rex that I actually didn't want. I'm sorry, I didn't want you, but yeah, I haven't actually added a ranger center, so no one can capture him right now. So, rip. A response facility. Here. Hey, dude, he's just chilling. Don't insult the man. Don't say he's a threat. He's just chilling, alright? That's not a crime. Anyway, yeah, let's just, I'm gonna take the helicopter. I'm taking the ranger team. I'm just gonna take the helicopter. Direct control. Yes, we are in the helicopter. Okay, let's see how good of a shot I am. Bang. That was a direct hit. Bang, another direct hit. Oh, I only got 3 in a row then. I think actually I don't know if it does anything in particular if I don't hit the 3rd time. I don't need to hit this many times, but I think he's just immune to the sedatives at this point. My problem there is I need to bring it over here. Okay, that was a good first shot then, because well, the first 2. Because I was fresh with it. You are not taking this. How's it going in between your claws? That is... This guy's the most overpowered thing yet. Maybe I'm just bad at aiming, but yeah. Rip. I'm sorry. I wanted you to have more fun, but you were kind of a threat. So, yeah. You sleep for a little bit. I shouldn't mind. Let's just get rid of you. Yeah, let's sell you. I don't know why you'd have to tell me how much you get for selling him. I've literally got infinite cash, but yeah. Seed or something. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's capture mode. So you can take a photo. That is good stuff. That's something we need. So yeah, I've had an extra enclosure there, to be fair. Yeah, we should use that next time. This guy is still not content because he's still not found the prey that I let out for him ages ago. It's because they're running around somewhere, dude. I'm telling you. You've not found them because you don't know where they are. The lack of shelters is a problem. Okay. Maybe it is a problem, but I don't really care about you guys. I'm sorry. I've said this at the start. I care about the dinosaurs. My last concern is the safety of my guests. I've literally got infinite money. I'm doing this for my own pleasure, bro. I'm not doing this to please you. I've literally turned off the pleasing guest function anyway, or whatever. See, the comfort and appeal is low. The appeal can't be low when you've literally got dinosaurs, real living, breathing dinosaurs walking about. In today's age, in today's day and age, blah 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 blah. If there was a dinosaur, just one dinosaur, even if it was just like a tiny one, even if it was like, if it was this like tiny Dryosaurus here, that would be a breakthrough. That would be a breakthrough. If there was just like a Dryosaurus just walking about in one park somewhere. Like, wouldn't it? You don't complain. We've invented dinosaurs. We've reinvented dinosaurs. This is so cool. Let's take a picture of this guy. Ooh. I think I'm fine with night. I don't even know if it was a good picture, but it is what it is. Yeah, this has been really cool. I'm going to save this. I've got the haha and the e. I'm going to save this as maybe the D. I don't know. Just because D for dinosaur or something. D. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much for joining me. We have some successful things. I'm going from the list of dinosaurs that we've actually just got today. We have got the Triceratops, the Euploseraphallus, the Olorotitan, the Iguanodon, another one of those, Dryosaurus. We got the Archelon. We got the Atombrasaurus, the Ichthyosaurus, and the Behemoth. His name is Behemoth Mosasaurus, or Mosasaurus. The Pentaceratops, the Ankylosaurus, and finally, I think, last but not least, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate you. If you like this, please subscribe and like the video. Let me know if you want more of this type of content. I genuinely enjoyed it today. You know, I enjoy it normally, but I enjoyed it a little bit more today. So if you really like this content, let me know. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.